I think Wings, actually. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, it's not Wings anymore, it's Paul McCartney, so every time he's in a group, that's my favourite.
Okay.
Right, who's your favourite?
Mine is Russ's new one.
Russ's new one, what can we say?
Thank you, thank you.
Hey.
Well, what about
Hey,
that?
the fans queuing up here. Listen, thanks for your call.
Thanks, David.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a Merry Christmas.
And to you. And they're testing me again. Imadu Rhyme, is that right?
Yeah.
First time, you're through to Russ.
Hello, Russ.
Imadu, how are you?
All right. What was your first impersonation and when was it?
My first impersonation?
Yeah.
Probably would be James Cagney, I think, years back when all the gangsters were out. Do you remember? Okay, you dirty rat. Mom. Do you remember that, James Cagney?
No.
You don't? Well, actually, there's an interesting documentary on James Cagney coming up on television soon over Christmas. It's called I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy, and it tells you all about him. So when you see him, say hello from me.
Okay.
Do you do impersonations?
No.
Don't you?
No.
Never mind. Have a good Christmas anyway.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you have a worst impersonation, one that you haven't come to grips with?
Well, actually, I'm not an impersonator as such. I mean, I'm more of a character actor, really, in a sense.
Was there any voices you find difficult, like Northeast or whatever?
Yeah, that's the problem. I can't I'm not very good at accents apart from the Scottish, but like if you're talking Geordie or Welsh,
Difficult,
even, very difficult, yeah.
Okay, Claire Gaskin. Hello, Claire.
Hello?
Hello, Claire.
Claire.
Hello, Claire. You're through to Russ.
Hello.
Hello, Claire.
Hello, Russ. I'd like to ask you, who is your favourite teacher? What did she or he teach?
My favourite teacher? I would probably be my music teacher, actually. Although we had two when I was at school. But my maths teacher was always a great pal of mine because he was a magician. And like Paul Daniels, he's in the magic circle. And he used to be great at the end of term because, you know, those last week or two when you don't do a great deal of schoolwork, he used to do all the tricks and he showed us some sensational things, actually. Paul probably knows him. But my maths teacher, I would say, yeah. He was the one who didn't give us the slipper as often as the others.
What was his name?
Pat Sprague, actually.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, then. Have a good Christmas.
Bye.
Bye. And we have Christine Giles on the line. Hello, Christine.
Hello.
Hello, Christine.
Russ, it's all yours.
Have you got any pets or any pet hates?
Any pets?
Yeah.
Yes, we have a dog, actually, a border collie called Shep. We bought him from the RSPCA and made a donation because the children wanted a dog, and he's been with us ever since. He's a super dog. As far as the other pets are concerned, no, he's the only one, and he loves it. Pet hates? Well, my pet hates are things like aggravation, violence, trouble, you know, hooliganism, all that kind of thing. But I don't really hate anything. I'm a softie.
Okay.
Okay, Merry Christmas.
And to you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right, you brought a bargain with you, haven't you?
Sure.
Great, great, great. If you want to dig that out. Oh, I said what we haven't done. We haven't brought a cracker yet.
Right, sir. Marvellous. I won the prize this time. I won the prize. I won the prize. Do we crack the joke? Where's the joke? Ah, let's find the joke. Let's find the funny. Right, what sits on a lily pad and says cloak, cloak?
A flog?
Chinese flog.
A Chinese
well
flog.
done, Mike.
Oh, great. And a little brush.
Great.
A little brush. And a hat.
And a hat. Right, so do you want the goodies now?
Yes, please.
Okay, sir. There's a copy of the album, of course.
The gold album.
The gold album, thank you. Now, I've got a computer game coming out 1st of Jan, and it's the adventures of Basildon Bond. So it's quite exciting, that, and it's got a great storyline to it. So that's going along
Smashing.
with that. Yep. There's quite a few of these, actually, so you can... A pair of Jimmy braces.
Oh,
the
great.
originals. They've been
That's
worn...
really nice, aren't they?
Yeah, well, they've been worn by Jimmy, so it's
Smashing, yes.
part of him.
Great.
And what I'd also like to give out is actually, if I may, this is a compilation, a 3-hour tape of the best of the Madhouse, which is 3 hours, and I've autographed it and compiled it myself for anybody to watch.
That's lovely. That's a kind thought.
Super.
And a one-off as well.
Yeah, that's a one-off.
Compiled by yourself. And you brought a question.
Yes, the question is, because Atmosphere, the album's all about dancing and parties, so the question is, Chubby Checker made a dance record a few years back, which was a big hit for him. What was the name of the dance?
The name of the dance that Chubby Checker made popular. No clues on this programme, folks. Superstore, BBC Television, London W12, 8QT, all those goodies, and you can laugh along with us over Christmas and play the record as well. And all you have to do is name the dance that Chubby Checker made famous on a postcard to us. And prizes, answers drawn out on January the 4th. Right, we have Anthony Baker. Hello.
Hello,
Hello,
Anthony.
Ant. We have time for a quickie to Russ.
Yes, hello.
Hello, Anthony.
Who or what?
Sorry?
Who or what makes you laugh?
Who or what makes me laugh?
Yes.
Oh, all the old greats, you know, Tommy Cooper, the past people, all things like that, Laurel and Hardy. And a good comedy makes me laugh.
Any things that make you laugh? Types of jokes?
Oh yeah, well, when you see people sort of slip on a banana skin, I can laugh at that. I laughed at that nature programme last night. All the animals being drunk after eating all the fruit. It was a programme called Beautiful People, I think. Did you see that, Anthony?
No.
You didn't. You missed
In
a good
bed,
show.
you're in bed.
Oh, shame.
Okay, thanks for your call.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, bye-bye.
Bye.
Afraid that's all we've got time for on the calls front. Sorry about that. 01811 8055 if you want to natter the cliff. Russ, you're coming on the pop panel.
By all means.
Look at the videos.
Yep.
I know, it's time to go over and see Vicky and Sarah.
We've taken some time off now from our trees. We've
resting
climbed
our
down.
worries.
Oh, how you feeling, Vicky?
Oh, all right, you know, all right.
What about these beans that you had in
Well,
your
yes,
Christmas
this is what I
cracker?
got in my Christmas cracker this morning. I think it's a reference to the fact I'm playing Jack and the Beanstalk at the shore.
No,
I'm playing Jack.
Present. How's it going?
Oh, it's going really well. It's very tiring, though, 2 shows a day. What about you? You're doing a Christmas show, aren't you? Not a panto.
Yes, I'm doing a sort of musical play called Meg and Mog. That's at the Unicorn Theatre in London. But I've done panto before, and it is extremely hard work. But it's great fun. Great
Yeah,
fun.
I love Christmas shows. In fact, I've never seen a panto before, but being in one, it makes you realise how much fun these Christmas shows are.
Yes.
And in fact, I think you should all go along and support your local Christmas show. And coming up now, we've got just some of the shows you can see in your area, or you can check your local paper for details. And go along, you'll have a good time. Come
That's
on.
right. Have a look now. We've got
Yeah.
a countrywide selection coming up, so check the ones that are in your area.
I'll check my 5B ones.
Baby, look at me and tell me what you see. You ain't seen the best of me yet. Give me time, I'll make you forget the rest. I got for me, and you can set it free. I can catch the moon in my hand. Don't you know who I am? Remember my name. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna learn how to fly. I feel it coming together. People will see me and cry. I'm gonna make it to heaven. Light up the sky like a flame. I'm gonna live forever. Baby, remember my name.
Well, lots and lots of panto fun there. Now it's televote time. Our question to everybody who phoned in the store this morning was this one. It was, should animals be kept in zoos? And your votes have been flooding in, so have your comments. Those who think they should be kept in zoos say things like, you can't see them in the wild, they can be protected in zoos. If they weren't kept in zoos, we wouldn't be able to learn about them. And people enjoy looking at animals. Those who are against the idea say things like, we have a free life, why can't they? Only endangered species should be kept in zoos. They don't get enough exercise. Animals should be kept in parks, not zoos. And there are quite a few onlys as well, like, you know, only in zoos if they're properly looked after and if they get enough exercise. Well, with us now is Jeremy Churfus, who's, of course, TV zoologist from Zoo 2000, programmes like that. Jeremy, welcome to the store.
Hello, John.
Where do you stand on this? Are you in favour of zoos or not?
I'm in favour of good zoos. I'm not in favour of bad zoos any more than anyone else, but if all zoos were good, I would be in favour of all zoos. So, yeah, I'm in
How
favour.
can you pick a good zoo if you're just a member of the public? How do you know which is a good one, which is a bad one?
Well, you have to learn to look a little further than you normally would. You have to learn to look for animals behaving normally. Now, that doesn't mean behaving exactly as you see them on telly, for example, because telly is edited highlights. But if you see animals looping backwards and forwards, that's probably a bad sign. How clean are they? Do they look healthy to you? If you look closely and you learn to sit and watch, you'll pick out the zoos where the animals look good, and those are the good
But
zoos.
the trouble is you've already been to the bad zoos to find out they're bad and supported them in that way.
Well, but you have to find out somehow. I mean, if people went to a zoo and discovered it was bad, they could at least not go again and tell their friends not to go.
And of course, a lot of zoos these days are doing scientific work, aren't they?
They are, and that's very important. You can't just take animals from the wild and keep them. Zoos have got to work at keeping them in captivity so they can supply one another. That way you don't take any more from the wild. And also, they've got to do research so that they can help the ones that are left in the wild.
Well, we've got some people on the phone
Yep.
wanting to put questions to you and points, Jeremy. Hello, who's this? Hello, is that Lisa? Lisa Woodman. Hello, Lisa.
Hello.
What's your point?
Well, I think that animals that can hurt other animals or humans should be kept in zoos. But those that are tame should have their freedom just like we have. They shouldn't be locked up behind a cage.
Yes, that's very difficult, you know, because you can tame all kinds of different animals, and all animals in the wild, some are being hurt by other animals and some are eating plants and grass. I mean, the grass has surely got a right to live too, and yet cows come along and trample on it and eat it. So that's a very difficult one, because it's very hard to say which animals are wild and which animals are tame.
Have you been to a zoo, Lisa?
Yes.
And would you go again?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So I enjoy looking at the animals. It's just I don't see why some animals, I don't see why they can't have the freedom just like we have.
Well, I would agree, and if they're in a good state out in the wild, if there are lots of them and nobody's harassing them out in the wild, yes, certainly leave them out there too.
Right, thanks for your call, Lisa. And we've got somebody else waiting now. It's Daniel. Good morning, Daniel.
Hello?
Jeremy's listening to your point.
Hello, Daniel.
Hello?
Hello, carry on. What's your point?
If we are free, why shouldn't the animals be free?
Well, are we free? I mean, you live in a house, you've got a roof over your head, and you do all kinds of things, directly and indirectly, that make animals unfree. Are you a vegetarian?
No.
So some of the animals that you eat weren't free. I think it's too easy to say we're free. We're not all that free, and neither are the animals.
Did you vote yes or no in that one, Daniel? Did you vote?
I voted no.
Have you ever been to a zoo?
Yes.
And what did you think of it?
Pardon?
What did you think of the zoo? Did you enjoy it?
Interesting.
Interesting.
So if we didn't have zoos, that would be one less interesting thing for you to do.
It's a difficult problem, isn't it?
It is.
Thank you for your call, Daniel.
So bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. Right, well, let's have the result now of,
Yes,
of the
yes.
televotes.
How did it go?
Well, this was the question that we put to our viewers this morning. It was, should animals be kept in zoos? And there you are. It's almost 34% no and 66% yes. So that means that, you know, 2/3 of people think that zoos are not such a good thing, that animals shouldn't be kept there.
I'd go along and say maybe 2/3 of zoos shouldn't be around, but for the other third, yes, I think they should be kept in zoos.
Right. Let's find out what the coffee shop decided, because you had a vote, Vicky, didn't you? And you're over there.
Here earlier, and we thought about 60% of you thought that animals shouldn't be kept in zoos. But quite a few people wanted to know what the alternatives might be to zoos.
Yeah, what
to
about
maybe
alternatives?
preserving certain forms of wildlife.
Well, you see, the real difficulty is space. It's that wherever you go in the world, there are too many people looking for space for themselves and for growing all their food. And that's what really threatens the animals. So if we could stop taking forests, making deserts where there were pastures before, then you could leave them all out in the wild. But until we learn to behave ourselves a bit better, I don't know what the alternatives are. I don't think there are any.
Well, Jeremy, as a zoologist yourself, are you surprised by the result of our vote this morning?
No, not really, because it is a very emotional problem. We talk about animals being behind bars. In fact, they've got a really easy life. People say animals don't get the exercise they need. Well, if an animal didn't need to go and feed and find companions, it wouldn't go running around like we do. We're the only animals that have to go jogging to keep fit. Animals only work when they have to. And so I think the emotional side of it, don't keep animals behind bars, is very strong. But then you've got to think, well, actually, they're not doing too badly.
But most of our viewers this morning think that zoos, well, animals should not be kept in zoos.
Yeah.
Jeremy, thank you for joining. Would you like to be on the pop panel?
Oh,
with Mike?
splendid, yes.
Right, if you
yes.
pop along to the pop panels, Mike's ready to start it now.
Right.
Oh, look at this. Look at that for speed. Welcome to the panel who are all assembled here to look at the videos and comment on them as well. And the first one is Snowy White, his single, which has been around for a few weeks, actually. This is the video, and this is For You.
I'd be all that you need, you can count on me.
Great guitarist, that guy, Snowy White. That is For You. And we're going to start with Paul Daniels. Magic or not?
Magic, yeah, I thought it was very, very pleasant, and I liked his. They've gone back to the old days of silent movies to make the video, and I recognised most of the shots because I was there at the time. And I just didn't. I tell you, one tiny little bit. I didn't like his attitude to the old lady next door. Funny, innit? Just sat there, and that bit of the video, I just went, oh, how inconsiderate. And I don't think you should put a shot like that in because you lose a bit of the audience, you know. Funny.
Okay, Princess.
I liked it, but I saw others that I liked more. So I don't want to say much yet. I like it. It's
You're
a good
saving
one.
the good comments.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Claire.
Well, I like the song. I mean, I'm finding it really hard to get into videos these days because it seems to me that everyone's trying to make the definitive video. And it's almost at the expense of everything else, whereas you said he's a great guitarist, and he is, and he's also quite a nice singer, and the song's really good too. So I'm going to look at it from that angle. I think it's a really nice song.
Okay, and also welcome Kent Hartley.
Well, thank you, Mike. We're glad to be here. Our thoughts on this video are perfectly clear. No tune, no theme, no action, no fun. We think this record will be #1.
Oh, she hadn't asked him now. Russ.
Well, like the boys, I think it's great. It's a great song. I love the song. As you say, he's a fine, fine guitarist. The video actually reminds me of home because my eldest boy, Gary, now is working with the band, and they're rehearsing in one room. Little Erica's upstairs dancing, and the wife's going around banging on the wall saying, keep the noise down. So it took me home, actually, the video. As Paul said, it was interesting to see the Ben Turpin look-alike. Although in our days, Ben Turpin moved a lot faster, didn't he? That's right. That's right. But very good song.
Okay, Samantha.
Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I don't know how he got that rubbing out the table.
The world's leading Donald Duck expert, Samantha. That was terrific.
They should preserve her in a zoo, Dan.
Great, Jeremy.
I didn't like the video at all. I didn't think it was a very good takeoff of the early movies. We saw another one that had some other movie things in it, which, alas, we're not going to be seeing. But
We won't film Joggins.
whatever she says, yes. And the song's nice. The song's nice. I would watch the video with my eyes shut.
Watch your Russia. Fine. Okay. So at the end of that, what did we think? Hang on a minute, can you tell me? Right, Jennifer Rush, obviously a #1 with The Power of Love. This is the follow-up. This is called Ring of Ice. Will this get to #1 as well, or won't it?
Silent in the dark. You don't have to hide the trace. Emptiness left its mark. Ring of ice round your heart. Ring of ice, break apart. We are lonely people wearing a ring of ice, dancing in the night.
follow-up to her #1 Power of Love. That's Ring of Ice from Jennifer Rush. Jeremy.
Nice light bulbs. I like the fluorescent tubes. The song's okay. It's a video that would slot into telly programs. It's not a video to watch at home, I don't
backing
think.
by the Osrams.
Yes. Oh, very, very bright, very bright. It's for TV programs rather than the sort of thing you'd watch at home, I think.
Okay, Donald.
I'm afraid to say I wasn't very impressed. Sorry. It's boring. Sorry.
Okay.
And
That's lovely.
And we live away with my mummy in hospital.
Oh, what's your mummy's name?
Maggie.
Which hospital is she in?
She's in Holly House.
Oh, well,
In Wood.
cheer her up.
Maggie, Maggie.
There she is. Where is she? There she is. Here she is. Keep
Where-
moving
where is
around,
it?
Maggie. There she is. There's Maggie. Maggie's in that camera. Hi, Maggie. Right. Hope you're watching there. Right, Russ.
Well, she was obviously in a rush. She forgot to tuck her shirt in. But, no, it was... I didn't particularly enjoy the video. It was a bit too monotonous for me, and a bit too sort of repetitive. But the song, I think, is quite potentially good.
Okay, what about the Canterville boys up at the back here?
We think it'll be enormous, we think it'll be enormous, we think it'll be enormous in Outer Mongolia.
I'd love to have it. I wouldn't mind where I had it. I'll take it. Yes.
What do you think?
Well, it's really hard, I always think, to follow a #1. It's almost impossible. Very few people actually come up with, say, another #1. It's in your book, isn't it, how few people there are that have a follow-up. But I don't know that it's as strong. And the video, you're right, is the kind of thing that you'd perhaps have done as a, you know, in somebody else's show. It's not a video as such. But you know what, I can relate to a little bit more because I heard the song far more in her video than I did in the others. Because you're left just watching a very attractive face and a fair pair of legs, which you feel as though you didn't actually mean to show. You feel as though the shirt's not quite yet. But I liked it, but I'm not sure she's going to have the same success. But, you know, who knows?
Okay, Princess, do you know?
Yeah, I met Jennifer Rush last year. We were on the same show in Switzerland. And I think she's better live anyway. I don't think the video is that impressive at all. It's a good thing she's a pretty lady, because that's the only reason to watch it,
It's an ordinary
basically.
video, isn't it?
It's very ordinary.
Hi, Jennifer. You come up from behind the screen now.
But I like her voice. I don't think the song's as strong as The Power of Love. I've heard another song that I think would have been better.
Yeah.
But so saying, I think it'll probably be enormous in Outer Mongolia.
Paul.
I thought it was all right. It's a fabulous voice. It's a great voice. But I'm watching the performance. She has the deadest eyes of any singer I've ever seen. She's not in fact performing. When I was watching the video, her eyes are absolutely like this, and I'm singing this song, and at one stage she actually goes, "Move where?" You know, and it really, I mean, her eyes are so dead. The girl just isn't performing for me.
Really hope she's not watching. Cantabile, summing up. Oh, miss, they say. It might be a miss. Finally, Aha, and this is their new one, which I think is great. The sun always shines on TV. I think that's a great single follow-up to Take On Me, which nearly made #1. The sun always shines on TV. Paul.
I thought it was great. I thought it was fabulous. I loved it, listening to it. I found the images interesting, but slightly disturbing that they'd set it in a church.
Princess.
Next. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. They obviously had about £95,000 more spent on their video than I had on mine.
Next.
Or the Jennifer Rush had on hers, yeah. I liked it too.
Their first video was brilliant, of course.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is you didn't show the first part of the video, which in fact is almost the best part, which is like links it with that previous video with the sort of sketching thing. But I think it's good. I think it's got to be a hit.
Cantabile.
This band should be Santa present. It'll slay them in the aisles.
It's as good as Sister Sledge.
It's even better than Purple Reindeer. It's a cracker.
You can come again, Russ.
Very good. I'm enjoying the boys, actually. No, the video was good. I enjoyed it. As Paul said, it was a bit disturbing for the church fact. They'll get a shock when they go around with the collection, won't they? Because there's nobody putting it in. But the song is good. The video is good. It's straightforward. It says it all.
Smashing. Samantha, what about your own voice this time? Or has Donald got something to say first?
I thought all of it was wonderful. The song and the video.
But there's something wrong with the lead singer who keeps turning into a cartoon.
Ah, yes.
It's rather strange.
I'm pleased you have a real voice underneath there.
Yeah, somewhere.
Jeremy.
I liked it very much. Best of the bunch. Interesting, exciting, good song, good video. Nice one.
They liked it. They liked it. Thanks to all the panel. Call us a clip on 01811 8055 in a moment. Right now, it's time to go back and see what Keith's up to in Oldham.
Thank you very much. Here we are, back in Oldham, and we don't care. We've got a smashing crowd. Look at them go. Actually, they're all ready to support their teams in one of our Superstore competitions. Simple competition, actually. All they've got to do is wrap up one of these, a Wellington boot. But the only problem is they're only allowed to do it with one hand. We've got Noddy, we've got Dave, we've got Jim, we've got Lindsay, we've got our other competitors too. It's not an easy competition, so on your marks, get set, go! That's the competition. Wrapping up a Wellington boot using one hand. And on a windy day like this, it's not easy. There's Dave and Catherine struggling. We've got Jim there and Peter. Doing a grand job, actually. They've been rehearsing. Go on, Noddy, you can do it. Noddy and Tracy there. They're making a mess of it as well. And there's Lindsay. Get a move on, Lindsay. Don't get all weak. Lindsay and Darren. How you doing, Dave? Well, this is wonderful. Noddy and Tracy at the end here. Are you okay? He can't speak at the moment, he's busy. John said he's too stuck up to talk. Very good. Oh, Dave. Struggling like mad here, aren't they? 15 seconds left on the clock. Do it as best you can, Lindsay. You're not allowed to help, Joe. 5 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Way! Hold it there. Stop what you're doing. OK, let's try Lindsay and Darren first of all. Look at... Well, marks out of 10. 8. OK, we give 8 points for that from the crowd. Jim and Peter here. Well, actually, that is very good. For the style and class. How many points? 9 from the crowd for that. Oh, Dave, look at the state of this. I mean, look, is that wrapped? How many? We can't give him 1. I'll give you 4 for that. OK, we've got Jim and Peter in the lead at the moment. And finally, he was trying to stick it as well. Look. How many? 6. Oh, no, a hand up there for 5. So it's got to be Jim and Peter that go home with all the goodies. Congratulations and well done. You'll get one of these because of the Commonwealth Games happening at Meadowbank. A little cuddly toy and a whole load of goodies in there for you, Peter. Merry Christmas. Nobody goes away empty-handed. Some stuff for you too. All right, we're making some decorations there. But right now, we're going to have a look at some special decorations here in the city of Oldham. We took our cameras out last night. We've also got with us the members of the Oldham Choral Society and also the members of the Salvation Army Band. And we're going to sing While Shepherds Watch. But in fact, it's not the version that, well, maybe you and I are used to. It's written by an Oldham man, Robert Jackson. Here they come. While Shepherds Watch. much. Give a nice big cheer. I enjoyed that, actually. More carols coming up in a little while. Are you enjoying yourselves? Is this the best Christmas you've ever had? More from Oldham in a little while. We'll be singing, oh, God rest you, merry gentlemen. So I hope you know the words in there in London, Mike. Do you?
We know the words.
If not, Cliff will help you out.
I know, Cliff knows the words as well.
Oh, good.
Very big with the
All right,
words.
I'm going to go out and give you hymn sheets out now, so stand by, you lost. See you
Okay
in a
then. Okay then, bye. Right, we're singing God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, so if you want to join in at home, get your hymn sheets ready. Let's take Sidhead's hat off. Has he been on all morning? We haven't seen him. There he is, look.
Oh, poor chap.
Lurking underneath there.
Probably had trouble breathing.
Let's take that off. Whoa. Oh, well, let's just say a quick hello to Alexandra. We just got this message through from Leicester. Happy 17th birthday to you. Now, today, it's going to be test your stamina time today, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Because we got the tennis later in Brighton.
Yes, today is the day, 21st of December, folks, and we're going to do our Pro Celebrity Tennis Tournament. Now, you're going to be in this.
Yes, just
Have you been training?
I've been training a bit. I played last week, yes.
I mean, do you seriously think you're going to win this?
I seriously think I'm going to win this, yeah.
I mean, like,
I've got a feeling.
You must have some kind of plan.
No, I have absolutely no plan whatsoever. In fact, I'm just going to beat you with pure talent. Pure talent and a lot of skill, but I have no plans.
Actually, they ought to design one that's the length of the net, mate. That's the only way you're going to get the ball back.
This is great, isn't it? Eh?
That's wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, I will beat you with that easily.
Well, you might win that because that's going to be the booby prize.
Oh, fine. Okay. It's going to be good. Just to remind everyone who's playing tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, this year, again, we've got the great girl players. Virginia Wade is playing, Anne Hobbs, Annabelle Croft, and Sarah Goma. I played with Sarah last year, and of course, we won the thing. So as holders, we'll be playing together. You're going to be playing with Anne Hobbs. Shaking Stevens is playing, and he's going to be playing with Annabelle Croft. Right. And Hank Marvin is playing, and he's going to be playing with Virginia Wade.
Gosh.
So it's a great lineup.
Because all the proceeds are going to go to help young people in their tennis, because earlier this year we went down to Bisham Abbey. So the monies this year is going to what? So
well, the same thing. I mean, the fund has been set up, and it's not just the 8 kids that we finally picked out to get most of the help. Obviously, we've got to sort of focus it down to a certain group. But for instance, 40 young people came to Bisham, and the 32 that didn't get the final grant are still being helped I mean, for instance, they're being helped to join clubs, and in other words, if they still want to play tennis, they're being helped to financially a little bit.
And
so,
the whole thing is called Cliff Richard's Search for a Star, yes?
Yeah. I think by the time next year comes around, we may have doubled the number that we can support.
Great.
You know, and really, it's a fantastic way, because if we can just get people interested in tennis in Britain, there's no reason why we shouldn't Boris the rest of them off the, rest of the world off the course.
Quite right, too.
Yes. Why
Okay,
not?
let's take some calls and maybe chat about that. We have Paul Ward. Hello, Paul.
Hello.
Good morning. You're through to Cliff for your question.
Good morning, Cliff.
Hello.
Cliff, I'm
Yeah.
a born-again Christian, and I've heard lots of people say it's wrong for a Christian to be a pop star. If someone said this to you, what would your answer be?
Well, I can't see that there's anything that you can't be as a Christian. I mean, all I know is that my work is being a pop singer. The thing about being a Christian is that if you're a banker or a teacher or even a schoolboy or a student in college, you've got to attempt to be the best at what you say you are. Because the Christian life says you're representing Jesus here, and you've just got to do the best you can and give all glory to him. So it makes it difficult, but definitely not impossible.
You still have to earn a living and carry on.
You still have to
Yes.
do what you do, that's right.
Okay, thanks for your call.
Thank
Good
you.
question. And Jane McSheafrey is on the line. Hello, Jane.
Hello?
Hello,
Jane.
Happy Christmas.
Hi.
Hello. Did you record a song called 20 Flight Rock?
20 Flight Rock. Now listen, that's way before your... How old are you?
12.
12. Well, crumbs. I did record it, and it was about 1960-something. So, I mean, you weren't around at all. But it was originally recorded by a guy called...
Eddie Cochran.
Eddie Cochran, that's right. He did the most fantastic version of it. I don't think our version was anywhere near as good, but it was at a time when we were very heavily influenced by American music. And the Shadows and I really loved the song, so we did do a version on an album yonks ago.
And I know that that Keith Chegwin and his group actually do that on stage. 20 Flight Rock, yeah.
That should be a laugh.
Yeah. Sorry, Keith. Is that okay?
Yeah, thank you.
You're going to give us a bit of 20 Flight Rock before you go?
I don't know, it's just my mum and dad have been having an argument about it.
Oh, well,
a good thing to argue over.
Yes, it's better than arguing about anything else.
Okay, well, thanks for your call.
Thank you, bye.
Bye.
And Amanda Richardson, hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning, you're through to Cliff.
Where did you originally get the Shadows, and would you join up with them again?
Where I got them, it's funny because when I made my first couple of records, the shadows as you know them now weren't actually on the records. I had couple of mates from school and a couple of session musicians. And what I did was when I first had to go on tour in 1958, I thought, well, I've got to form a really good band because my friends weren't enough to take on the road. So I found Hank Marvin and Bruce Welch, who joined me for the first tour. During the tour, we met a guy called Jet Harris, who was actually playing bass for somebody else, and he sat in with us because he liked our music. So he joined the Shadows after the tour was finished, and the three of them remembered a young drummer called Tony Meehan. No longer young, but then was a brilliant drummer, I believe. And so that's how the Shadows came to be. I don't know whether we could join up together again, because the Shadows kind of, they're almost, I always call them an occasional band. They get together now and then. My career, I've still got my career, and I've formed a really fine band myself. I think what we should do is get together now and then and do nice nostalgic things like we did last year, and we had a really fabulous time. It was a great couple of weeks we spent together.
That's good.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
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 Don't adjust your sets at home, by the way. It's just the snow coming down here. We have David Cole on the line. Hello, David.
Hello.
You're through to Cliff.
Hello, Cliff.
Hello, David.
Were you always a good singer when you were very young?
Was I what?
Always a good singer.
A good singer when you were very young.
Well, I don't
Well, you
know.
had hits when you were very young.
Yes, I mean, am I a good singer now? It's always difficult to say what's good. I know that I don't sing out of tune, and if that means you're good, then you're good. But I'm not sure that that counts. I could sing, but, you know, I sang like everybody else. I'm not sure that I had a distinctive enough style to be able to say that I was good, bad, or indifferent. But I did sing in a choir when I was small.
You were the Arlid Jones of Hertfordshire, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Is there time suitable for children?
Oh, the musical time?
Yeah.
My musical? Oh, yeah, without a doubt. But don't come if you've got a bad heart. Because there's some fantastic effects and things in it and rumblings that are going to go on.
Could you say hello to my mum and happy birthday? She's a great fan of yours.
Hello, David's mum, and happy birthday. Oh, and can I say hello to, while you're on, David, to Debbie and Bridget, who are, and wish Debbie's sister Sue and her husband-to-be Derek a very happy wedding on Saturday afternoon.
Great. Thanks for your call.
Done it.
Bye.
Bye-bye,
I think
David.
we've got time for a quickie in a moment. You brought your bargain. While you're digging your bargain out, have you got your bargain?
Oh,
yes.
it's two, really.
You can put the phone down for a second.
Oh.
And while you're digging the bargain out, I will just say that Cliff's going to be on. He's going to be on Good Old Terry's show on Monday night.
Oh, well, nobody's
talking about
perfect.
time. So if you want to hear more about it, then what have you brought here?
Well, I brought two, you see. I mean, you can split them up, one for each foot. And there you go. I've worn these on stage when I got heavily into tennis. I used to like wearing sort of trainy type things, and someone did this kind of musical notation stuff on it, which I don't think is playable.
Okay, and we can throw in the last single and the current single as well.
Great, yeah.
Absolutely. And you've got a question?
Yes. Now, you know the three kings from Orient are?
Three kings
from Orient are. Can you name the three kings?
Can you name the three kings? Answers on a postcard if you can.
I've been dying to know for
Superstore,
years.
BBC Television, London, W128QT. There's the address. Seal down envelope or a postcard, please. Name the three kings, okay? And you could be the proud receiver of Cliff's tennis shoes with the unworn, of course, with all the musical notes on the side.
Unfortunately, are worn, but not worn out.
And a copy of the single, the video of which you can see very shortly. But we have Declan McCarthy on the line. Hello, Declan.
Hello.
Hello, you're
Hi.
through Cliff.
What was your least favourite song?
My own favourite song?
Least favourite?
Oh, my
is it?
least favourite?
What, of Cliff's own songs?
Yes.
Oh dear, now you really got me. I think probably the song that I'm always most embarrassed at hearing is a thing called High Class Baby. It was my second record. I made a record called Move It, which went to #2 in the charts here. And after coming out of the studio, having recorded High Class Baby, I remember going home and really crying buckets because I thought that's the end of, you know, a really good career. But although it wasn't a big hit, it was in the charts, but I never really liked it.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I ask him how many #1s he's had?
I think it's 10 #1s, but 11 if you count the fact that The Next Time and Bachelor Boy were both charted as #1 together, but one was the A and one was the B.
No, we don't count that. Sorry.
Oh, it's 10.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks for your call.
Merry Christmas.
Right. Okay. Sorry
Bye, you too.
if you weren't able to get through. Sorry. Pardon if you weren't able to get through, but it's the way it goes. Good luck if you try and win the shoes. The name of the three kings is what we want. And also be back in a moment to sing a carol, but don't forget the tennis tonight down at Brighton, which undoubtedly I'm going to win. Without a doubt, no question.
You've got to have confidence if you haven't got talent. I mean, you know.
It's quite true, that actually. Are you ready to sing God Rest You Merry Gentlemen in a moment?
Are we going to do it from here?
Well, not now. After we've seen the video.
Well, I'll just tune up.
It's
and,
in every one of us. This is Cliff, the video and single. You can sing along if you want.
Oh, okay.
I've been realizing that I bought this ticket and watching only half of the show. But there is scenery and light and a cast of thousands who all know what I know, and it's good that it's all, it's in every one of us to be wise. Find your heart and open up for your
From the
Beautiful.
musical Time, which opens in April in London. It's in every one of us. That was Cliff, and the rest of us are going to be singing some carols in a moment. God rest ye merry gentlemen, page 43 on your hymn book.
So you must join in. Now, we've had a Christmas card here from everyone at Crows Road Motel. I don't know if you can see it. And it's Merry Christmas to all of us here at Superstore. Would we like to go and spend next Saturday with them? What do you think?
Yeah.
Well, make a
yeah.
change, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
Think about it.
Okay, well, thanks everyone for coming in this morning. We'll be
Yes,
singing some
thank
carols
you.
in a moment. Happy Christmas to all of you. Now it's time to go back to Keith.
Happy Christmas!
Happy Christmas, Keith!
Merry Christmas, Keith! Thanks to Slade, thanks to Lindsay, Patsy and Jarton. The song's called God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. Merry Christmas to you all, that's all from us.
Saturday's cinema double bill on BBC Two this afternoon begins with The Cheaters, a heartwarming tale of seasonal spirit, and that's at 2:10. And then at 3:35, the story of the months leading up to the birth of Christ in Bethlehem, set against a turbulent background of civil disturbance and starvation. That's on 2. On BBC One now, 12:15, Desmond Lynham introduces Grandstand.
Blaring sound, what is in the crystal ball? Will the fairground rise or fall? Ride high, ride fast, touch the sky rushing past. Remember as you whirl around, fortunes can be lost and found. Fair's fair on the fairground, fair's fair on the fairground.
The story so far. There has been a fire, and Mr. Grant says the fair is dangerous. He's afraid people will get hurt.
What if it had happened when the fair was open? What if something else goes wrong? This fair is dangerous, and I'm going to get it stopped for good.
Captain Cutlass knows what happened. I'm sure.
Ozzy is sure that Steve took Rachel away.
What did Captain Cutlass say? A piece of cake. That's what Steve says.
Ozzy now has all the evidence he needs.
Let's see what happened next.
Ozzy went to the address on Turnbull's card.
What was that?
Now Ozzy knew what to do. He crept in through the door of the office block. Ozzy made his way up the stairs.
So that's what happened. Yes, I had heard there'd been some trouble. It was in the local paper, too. You've done well, Steve.
Oh, peculiar picture. I wonder if Martin painted it.
Hello. Why did you like my puzzle picture? It's something on the fairground.
And I've got to guess what you've drawn. Well, I hope it's not too difficult. Will you help me? Well, that's a circle, word watchers. And these shapes are triangles. And that's, well, that's lights, I suppose. It's one of the rides.
Yes, but which one?
Well, You haven't given me much to go on, Martin. Just a few squiggles and shapes.
Oh, nonsense. There's plenty to go on. Still, I'll give you some more help.
Oh, that's better. Now you have given me something to go on. A real clue. It's the...
Help! Get me out! Say the word and I'll be free. Go on, please, say it. Oh, no, not again. You've got to get me out of this. What do I have to do? Squirm, eh? Well, I'm trying. Well, that's better. Thank goodness. What a horrible experience. I'll tell you the shape I like. If you said the word you see now, I'd be able to have a nice shape to live in. Say it. Square. Ah, smashing. Thanks a lot, friends. Ooh, I think I hear music. Listen.
Here's a word you'd like to know. Break it up in bits like so. Sound them out one after the other. Now squeeze them back together. Squirm.
There's a great squash in here, and water squirting about. It's the song to sport. And when you've heard it once, you can join in the second time, can't you?
Squash, splosh, raindrops squirt from the sky. Squiggle down your window pane and squelch in your eye. We make people squawk. We make people squeak. Squash, splosh, raindrops squirt from the sky. And we'll squirt and we'll squiggle and we'll squelch in your eye.
Did you see all the square words? We'll have the song again, and this time join in. Ready, word watchers?
Squash, splosh, raindrops squirt from the sky. Down your window pane and in your eye. We make people squawk. We make people squeak. Squash, splosh, raindrops squirt from the sky. And we'll in your eye.
I've taken some rather special photographs of the fair, and they've given me ideas for pictures that I could paint, all to do with the colour and noise and excitement of a fairground at night. But first I want to show you some film of the fair. Now, you've seen some of it before, but look at it again and see if you can work out why we enjoy fairs so much. Now let's look at my still photographs. I'm rather proud of them, I must admit. I photographed the lights on the fairground so that they make patterns. I kept the eye of my camera open for up to 4 whole seconds while the lights on the rise rushed round. Sometimes I moved my camera while I was taking the pictures, and it's made the lines of light really swirl. And my pictures have given me ideas for shapes that I could paint. I'm going to start off by drawing a circle. I'm going to use a compass. Not very good at drawing circles without a compass. And part of a circle. And another part. Starting to take shape. One more. Now I can start to paint them in and make exciting fairground patterns. I think I'm going to paint over the outlines of my shapes with thin black lines, rather like Fred Fowl does. Do you remember? Now, as this is part of a ride, I think we'll have a few swirls. And some lights, because it's whizzing round, ever so fast.
Hey, word watchers, what makes Martin a real artist? ST does.
Hey, Wordy, of course I'm a real artist. Well, just look at this wonderful painting that I've just done.
Oh, I can't see what it's meant to be. Can you, word watchers?
Where's the twist, silly?
That doesn't say twist.
No, I haven't quite finished the word. What two letters have I got to add to this word to make it say twist? Twist. S and T together.
Twist. Oh, yes, that's it. And I even think the picture's quite good.
Quite good, Wordy. This is one of my best pictures. This picture of the twist is one of my best.
Yes, it is very good. I see that now. The twist looks as if it's going so fast.
Yes. Let's put fast on the picture then. Fast.
Fast, yes. So, word watchers, this is one of Martin's best pictures. It's the twist, which is going very fast. Ha-ha! Well done.
We've got a song coming up now. Listen as carefully as you look, because you'll be singing it too in a minute.
When words end with S and T, you must send them first to me. They run fast, they never rest. If they're last, they're still the best. They are just about to burst.